Hi there, good afternoon. I'm Raleigh Brown. This is another curve flattening concert. First man in is Steve DeHaas over on YouTube out there in Northern California. And close behind is Steve Edelman, two Steves in a row. And Warren Bendler and Janelle, perhaps, are here. And people are just starting to come in. It's early yet. So we could cloink each other. That would be fun. So I have a little bit of coffee here. Half calf today. You know, I mix my own. Cloink. Here's to all of you. And I see folks starting to arrive now. I will say hello. Ann Mintz is here, my dear friend, and Cindy Glorioso, Donna Greenberg, Dave Mason, Deb Leiby Clark. Howard Hobbs is here from Minnesota, and Bunny Barnes is in the United Lounge, flight delayed for third time. Well, I hope you get where you're going, which I believe is Alaska, if I remember correctly. And yeah, I'm not looking forward to flying again, but I have to fly at the end of October. Charlotte Cantrell is here, and Charlotte just posted a very touching to me kind of tribute to how learning about Steve Mann and then meeting me and hearing some stuff on several of these live streams has helped enrich her life. And it is, you can keep learning as you grow older. Mike Verbeek is here. So, and S.A. Tudhope, hi S.A. We will get ready for a little music here. I think I will start out, I'm going to start out with a Hoagy Carmichael tune. So, I don't know if Helene Tober Fowler is here today, but she loves Hoagy Carmichael. So maybe she'll tune in later, if not now. Connie Adams. I got a place in the sunny Southland, near to the Mississippi shore. It's way down by the Delta, where you'll find old Dixie's door. If your heart longs to love the Southland and magnolia trees galore, hang your hat up, man, in New Orleans, and you'll never wish for more. If you've never seen a quaint old southern city, come to New Orleans. If you haven't seen that town, boy, it's a pity, 'cause there ain't nothing like New Orleans. It will remind you of old-fashioned lace. A glass of wine will greet your smiling face. And if you ever see a dark-eyed girl like mine, boys, then you're right in it, you'll be right in New Orleans. It will remind you of old-fashioned lace. A glass of wine will greet your smiling face. And if you ever see a dark-eyed girl like mine, boys, then you're right in it, right in New Orleans. Hoagie Carmichael's New Orleans, not to be confused with Do You Know What It Means to Miss New Orleans, different song. Anyhow, and I wanted to mention, because a lot of what I feel like I do here on these concerts anymore, and maybe what makes them different from what some other people do, it's my own particular body of knowledge, is of me curating these songs and deciding what songs I'm going to sing and who they came from, and I try to keep it interesting. And so I'm always happy to mention these names. Charlotte quoted a lot of names. I've forgotten how many people I know about. And one of them I didn't mention is Mike Dowling. And Mike Dowling is a great guitar player who plays a lot of stuff in the same styles I play, but probably a little better than me. But it was Mike who told me the verse to New Orleans, that part at the beginning where all I knew was, if you've never seen a quaint old southern city. And he said, there's a verse to that. I'll send you the music to it. So he sent me the music. And that's the part that goes, I got a place in the sunny Southland. So Mike Dowling, check him out if you can find him on YouTube. He's a great guitar player. So let me say hello to a few people. If there's any more people to say hello to. I said hi to Connie. I said hi to Anna. Debbie Moore is here, and my buddy Dwight Shoemate, who lives next door. I think he might be at work right now at George's Music. And Connie Copy, and Donna Bergman, and Kathy Marzek, and Kate Mack, too. Good to see all you guys. And Ann Mint says, Philly area denizens, the house concert Raleigh is doing on September 17th is filling up fast. Please email me if you want a reservation. So we can take like 30 people, and last I heard it was about 2/3 full already. So I'm hoping to see some of you there, and it'll happen if you make a reservation. So I'm going to switch guitars here. This is the pre-war 00. And we are going to switch to the pre-war 000. It's just like the 00, except with one more O. And I thought I'd like to use this. This is in drop D, and this guitar is probably nearly as good as the maybe better, in the same class as my Martin OM18, which has a great bass sound for drop D tuning. This song comes from the Lonesome River Band. I'm not sure exactly who wrote it. I think there's a guy named Ronnie Bowman and there's a guy named Sammy Sheilor who are in that band, and one of them or both of them might have written it, or maybe somebody else. When you go walking after midnight over on the wrong side of town, walk down any street, many lost souls you'll meet, whose lives are broken like mine. You'll find souls wandering out in darkness, whose place in life we'll never find, wandering so aimless and hopelessly, whose lives are broken like mine. Thank God you've got a home to go to and a woman's love to keep you warm. Now you won't find the stars in the honky-tonks and bars. Just go home to your woman's loving arms. When you go walking after midnight over on the wrong side of town, walk down any street, many lost souls you'll meet, whose lives are broken like mine, whose lives are broken like mine, whose lives are broken like mine. The Lonesome River Band, When You Go Walking After Midnight. Also not to be confused with Walking After Midnight by Patsy Cline. I go out walking after midnight. Different midnight, different walking. Different personal pronoun. All that stuff. So the announcements for today, I will again remind you, I will be doing a house concert for Ann Mintz and Cliff Wagner, and there's an event listed on my Facebook page. You can find it there, or you can email Ann Mintz at mindspring.com for info if you're listening on YouTube. Pardon me, and I have other gigs coming up. In November, I will be at Godfrey Daniels Coffee House in Bethlehem with my good buddy Wendy Bourne, who has come on this show with me once or twice. And we'll be doing Dave's Night Out. Dave Fry runs a kind of Wednesday night thing where he sort of half interviews people and it's half performance. And I think that's November 27th. And then, of course, Cozy Sheridan's Moab Folk Camp, October 28th through November 4th. If you're out there in Moab or near it or west of the Mississippi, grab a plane or a train or a fast car and come on out. There's still room in that one, I think. So the Invisibles are Kit Serikaku, Judith Fox, Joel Biget, and Mario Prue, and any other Invisibles who I don't know about. Michael Tierson is here today, and Chuck Van Dyke. Hi, Chuck Van Dyke. Welcome aboard. Kathy Craw. It's good to see you, Kathy. I loved Kathy Craw. Comes to Sam W. with a couple whose names are escaping me right now, but who the woman is blind, and she and her husband perform, and they're really great. They're up from Canada. And Kathy posted a couple videos of them doing kind of porch day or something, and they sounded really great. They're lovely people, and Kathy is really great. She comes and kind of helps look after them when they're here. You might go on her page and find those videos. And I think that's everyone. So the schedule here, as usual, there's a PayPal link there and a Venmo link if you'd like to donate to the Charlie the Dog Veterinary Educational Dog Sitting Fund. all the things Charlie are. And always welcome, always appreciated, and never expected. So the schedule I am on right now, I do not know for sure, but I think Helen Avakian will be on tomorrow night with David Irwin. On Friday, Slim is scheduled for a 3:30 Eastern Time train song performance. Warren Bandler is scheduled for 3 p.m. on Saturday. Dakota Dave Hull is doing what may be the last of his Saturday morning guitar days this Saturday at 11 Eastern Time. And he's going to go to a more random schedule where he isn't tied into being there for Saturday mornings. So you might want to catch him while you can. And those are all the ones I know about. I'm pretty sure Bunny, who's not going to be doing a live stream from the airport lounge where she'll be waiting for her much delayed flight. Michael Miller is here from North Carolina, and so is Tim G on YouTube. Good to see you too, Tim. And so those are all the people I know about. And then I'll be back on Sunday morning at 10:30 for my usual request show. And like that, I think that's all I've got to say. So next up is the instrumental for today, and this is, now for something completely different. So we did a kind of Tin Pan Alley song, New Orleans, and then we did a bluegrass song, Walking After Midnight. Now we're going to do a jazz standard and one of my favorites, the Thelonious Monk tune, Round Midnight. my take on Round Midnight by Thelonious Monk, one of the great, great jazz standards. And Thelonious Monk was such a remarkable presence in jazz, partially because he, unlike a lot of what else was going on in the jazz world, he was not so much bent on playing a lot of notes as playing all of the right wrong notes. He was really an amazing, amazing composer and musician. And he said that when he was young, he played in these tent shows. I guess they were gospel shows, and a lot of times the piano was a rickety thing where some of the keys worked and some of the keys didn't work. So Monk had to find ways of making do with what he had and making it sound good. And as a result, you get all of these really outside fingerings or voicings that, you wonder how he's going to make them sound good, but he does. So anyhow, Thelonious Monk. If you've never heard much of Monk, go find, you probably find it on YouTube, but some of his solo piano stuff. There's a lot of stuff where there was where he had a band, but the solo stuff is what really blows me away. Anyhow, I have one more tune for you today, and as usual, I'd love to thank you all for joining me here. I'm always so pleased to be here with you. And Charlie the dog is here. I don't know if we can. I'll see if I can get him on camera. He's over by his fireplace thing. Yeah, you can see him underneath the. That's him over there. That little blob. And he is my boy. He has his big behaviorist consult coming up next Tuesday, and I'll report on it to you on Wednesday when we get back. But we're seeing a veterinary behaviorist, and we're hoping to get some guidance in Charlie world. Well, the funniest thing happened yesterday. I was walking Charlie at the park, and when Charlie meets people at the park now, he's pretty good. He'll go up to him, he'll wag, 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 and then he'll sit down, and then sometimes he'll flop on his back, or sometimes, once in a while, if things don't go well, he'll jump up and try to lick him on the face. But we were walking, and there were these two young teenage girls. They must have been about 15. And they were sitting on a bench, and they were sitting, like maybe 2 or 3 feet apart, but they were sitting there talking. And we were walking by, and, Charlie took a look at him, and they looked at him, and they smiled like a nice little dog. And so I let him go over to say hi. And very atypically for Charlie, he went straight up onto the bench between them and started smothering them both with kisses. He was just totally out of control, and they were fine with it, but they were laughing. And what it made me realize is almost certainly he lived with a teenage girl at one time in one of his earlier families. I suspect the second one. So that was a little Adventures of Charlie thing. And like that. So one more song for you. This is one of my originals. Another cup of coffee, another morning in the sun. There's a big wind coming, set these dark spirits on the run. Out west in Ohio, they still have snow. How I survived there, I don't know. And I'm just sitting here with the opposite of the blue. I dreamt the blues was a lady. She approached me all in black. I could see her tragic beauty, but she would not look back. I believe I tried to catch her eye. I saw the hint of a smile as she moved by. Kindly left me with the opposite of the blue. Friends are moving, they are on the move again. I too will travel, but I don't know when. Now you can marshal all your forces, but the battle's never done. So I believe I'll have another cup and just sit here in the sun. So many sorrows and so much woe. The time has come to let them go. Just live on with the opposite of the blue. The opposite of the blues. That's what we're shooting for here. And so I thank you again for joining me. I'll do you a little mantra here. Be happy and be healthy. Be brave and be calm. Be kind, it's a snap. And if you get cranky, take a nap. Much love to you all, and I hope to see you on Sunday, if not before. Bye-bye.